Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Lee and I'm from class 11-1. Today I'm going to present about my interview result of IQ, EQ and SQ. Okay, this is the question for IQ. First, how do you solve a problem when you do not have all the necessary information? Second, can you tell me your experience when you had to make a decision for an important thing in a very short time? Third, what is your first step when you are facing a difficult or new task? Fourth, how do you maintain critical thinking skills among all of information from various sources? In your opinion, what is the difference between academically smart and practically smart? 6. How do you remain your learning ability to remain effective even in difficult situations? Right, the next one is the answer for IQ that I got from the informant. First, the respondent explained that when they lack sufficient information to solve a problem, they will seek it from various sources like the internet, literature, or by asking knowledgeable people. 2. They mentioned when they are choosing the undergraduate major, they consider their ability, interest, future job prospect, and their potential in that field. Third, the respondent said that for a difficult or new task, they first gather all of the information and research to understand how to solve the problem by consulting various sources. Fourth, to maintain critical thinking, they stated they always ask questions such as how to solve a problem and why it happens, avoiding decision without evidence. Fifth, they describe academic intelligence as knowing theories and information, while practical intelligence involves applying knowledge effectively in daily life. 6. To develop effective learning skills, they emphasize the importance of practicing regularly, seeking diverse information, and persistently continuing to learn. These are the questions for EQ. First, how do you control your emotion when facing criticism or in situations that makes you mad? 2. Describe a time when you have to work with someone who was really hard to collaborate with. What do you do when you are feeling stressed or pressed by work or responsibility? Fourth, how do you show sympathy to a friend or colleague who is experiencing difficulty? 5. How do you maintain good relationship with someone even though we have a different opinion? 6. In your opinion, how important it is to understand other feeling in achieving the same goal? The informant stated that they will calm themselves first and not react emotionally right away, and try to understand the other person's perspective by considering both negative and positive sides, without accepting criticism blindly, whether constructive or destructive. 2. They explained that initially they will try to engage the person by offering help or asking what task they could do. If the person struggled and could not collaborate, the informant will try to work by themselves. 3. When feeling stressed, the informant said they will first pray and do things they like eating ice cream or going for a walk to calm themselves before continuing their activity. 4. They try to listen to others' stories without judgment and respected if others needed some time alone, choosing not to interfere in their problem. 5. The informant emphasized the importance of respecting others' opinion without forcing their own will, assessing if the other perspective was good, and trying to avoid conflict. 6. Finally, they highlighted that understanding others is crucial to avoiding conflicts, building closeness, and fostering good cooperation. Question for SQ. 1. What does success mean to you personally? 2. How do you find inner peace among business or life pressure? 3. Are there any spiritual principles or values that you always hold on to when making decisions? 4. How do you interpret in failure in life? 5. In difficult situations, what do you usually do to strengthen your faith or your spirits? 6. In your opinion, what is the relationship between spiritual values and a person's happiness? These are the answers of SQ. First, the informant stated that success meant achieving one goal and feeling happy without losing anything. 2. They mentioned that their way to find inner peace is first to pray sincerely and then do positive activity to enjoy. 3. The informant follow the principles such as trying to be honest, fair, and not interfering in other people's matters. 4. The view failure as a delayed success, from which lessons can be learned to become stronger and improve in the future. 5. In difficult situations, they use the strength of their faith by praying, asking for guidance from God, and persistently working on the task carefully and diligently. 6. Finally, they believe that spiritual values are very important for happiness, as it meaningless to be happy without faith in God. Perkenalkan, nama saya Grace Lindy, saya dari kelas 1. Hari ini saya akan mewawancarai dengan materi kecerdasan intelektual, kecerdasan emosional, dan kecerdasan spiritual dengan narasumber yaitu Miss Desi. Nah, Miss Desi, bagaimana cara Anda menyelesaikan sebuah masalah ketika tidak memiliki semua informasi yang dibutuhkan?
Nah, cara Miss untuk menyelesaikan masalah ketika Miss kurang mendapatkan suatu informasi, Miss pasti akan mencari informasi itu dari berbagai sumber, baik berbagai internet, literatur, ataupun menanyakan kepada orang-orang yang lebih mengetahui mengenai informasi tersebut.
Cara Miss mengendalikan emosi ketika menghadapi kritik ataupun situasi yang membuat kita marah?
Ketika mendapatkan suatu kritik atau keadaan dalam membuat kita marah, Miss pasti akan menenangkan diri dulu, tidak langsung terpancing emosinya dan berpikir apa yang mereka buat itu kita pasti lihat sudut pandang dan kita bisa menerima sudut pandangnya. Kita lihat sisi negatif dan sisi positifnya, tidak langsung menerima secara total mentah-mentah kritiknya, baik itu kritik yang tidak membangun atau menjatuhkan.
Menurut Miss, bagaimana hubungan antara nilai spiritual dengan kebahagiaan seseorang?
Nilai spiritual itu sangat penting dalam kebahagiaan seseorang, karena percuma aja kalau kita itu bahagia tapi tidak ada keyakinan dalam diri kita, yaitu keyakinan kepada Tuhan Yang Maha Esa.
Oke, sekian, terima kasih for my presentation. Thank you for listening.